The John mansion was the kind of place people whispered about, not because it was beautiful, but because it belongs to John Jungkook, the mafia king whose name alone could freeze blood. Men feared him, women desired him, and the world obeyed him. But you were here because of someone else, sin. Your older sister Ayla, the glamorous, selfish daughter of your family, the one who ran around baking hearts like it was a hobby, and this time she had broken the wrong one. She had cheated on Jungkook, the king, the man who never let betrayal slide. You had no idea your life was about to be ripped apart because of her. Rain poured outside as you sat curled on your sofa, a blanket over your legs and a cup of hot milk between your hands. You were daunty, soft-spoken, sensitive, and far too naive for the cruel world your sister walked into daily. You had a childish gentleness people either adored or exploited. Tonight you were waiting for Ayla. She left hours ago with her boyfriend John Jungkook and you hoped she would come home early. You missed her despite how good she usually was toward you. But when she finally entered the house, her lipstick was smudged and her phone wouldn't stop vibrating. You looked up. Uni, you are late. Are you okay? She flinched. Don't talk to me right now. Before you could ask anything, there was a loud crash outside. Engines, footsteps, and then bang, bang, bang. The front door shook under violent knocks. Isla froze. Your heart stopped. Who is that? You whispered. Isla's voice trembled. He must have found out. Found out what? She didn't answer because the door burst open with a violent shove, slamming into the wall. Men in black suits flooded in, and behind them, John Jungkook, tall, sharp, jawline, veins on his hand, tattoo peeking from his neck, eyes burning with betrayal. He looked like death wrapped in a tailored black coat. His gaze landed on Isla, empty, disappointed, and cold. You thought you could hide this from me? Isla backed away. Jungkook, please listen. I had enough, he hissed. I warned you what happens when someone makes me a fool. You stood trembling. Please don't hurt her. That was the first moment Jungkook looked at you, really looked. Your wide, innocent eye, your trembling hands clutching your blanket, your voice so soft it barely existed. His brows knitted for a microsecond, confused, surprised, then that emotion disappeared, replaced with calculation. Your sister destroyed his pride, his reputation, his trust, and you. You were her opposite, pure, gentle, untouched by her sin. He made his decision in that single second. Take her. Jungkook ordered, pointing at you, your eyes within. Me? Ayla screamed, stepping forward. No, not her, Jungkook, please. But two guys already grabbed your arms. No, wait, I didn't do anything. Let me go. You struggled, tears forming immediately, your sensitive nature overwhelmed. Jung watched you cry. Something flickered in his eyes again, but his voice remained as your sister betrayed me. He stepped closer, lowering himself to your eye level, so you will pay the price. Ayla dropped to her knees. No, please, no, my sister. She's just a kid. Jungkook smiled coldly. Exactly, a kid who can't lie, who can't cheat. He reached forward and wiped the tear from your cheek with his thumb. You flinched at his touch. A slow, cruel smile curled his lips. Tomorrow morning, he said softly, you are marrying me. Your breath disappeared. Ayla gasped. No, but Jung didn't even look at her. He kept staring at you, his revenge, his new weakness, and he didn't know it yet. Let her go, you begged. Please don't force me. You should blame your sister, he whispered, and with that you were dragged out of your home, sobbing, confused, and terrified. While Jung walked behind you like a king claiming his revenge trophy. You barely slept that night in the John mansion guest room, too big, too cold, too guarded. The next morning, you were dressed in a soft ivory wedding dress, no fancy, no romantic, just symbolic. You kept whispering, I don't want this, please, to anyone who passed. But they avoided your eyes, and then Zahu entered. Black suit, black gloves, expressions unreadable. He stood in front of you. You look scared. You stuttered hard. You don't have to marry me. I don't do anything. I know. He says simply, your heart throbbed painfully. Then why? He is clenched. Because he deserves to watch the world burn. His voice deep and low, and you are the one thing she cried for. Your lips parted, his revenge was you. Don't worry, he added coldly. I won't touch you, I won't force you, I won't be a husband to you. You looked up confused and why marry me? So you live a life she will never forgive herself for. Your tears spilled. Joe stared at your trembling hands and looked away, almost guilty, but he pushed the emotions down ruthlessly. Time for the ceremony. You become Mrs. John without love, without choice, without happiness. The mansion was enormous, but Jungkook's silence made it colder. He didn't talk to you, didn't sit with you, didn't eat with you. You felt like a fragile bird trapped in a golden cage. You cried quietly and I'm muffling your sobs in pillow. So no one heard, and Jungkook, he heard everything, every whimper, every sniffle, every helpless sob. Some nights he stood outside your door, fist clenched, expressions tormented like he was fighting with himself. Why do you cry so much? He would whisper through the door, his voice strangely soft. Why does this affect me? Because slowly, slowly, your innocence was breaking his walls. One evening, you were sitting alone in the garden, hugging your knees, staring at fireflies. A childish smile curved your lip as you whispered, they look like teeny stars. You didn't know Jung was behind you, watching you quietly, seeing your smile for the first time. You turned slightly and gasped when you saw him. Sorry, I didn't know you were here. Jung shoved his hand in his pockets. You like fireflies? You nodded shyly. They are gentle, you whispered. They don't hurt anyone. Jungkook stared at you, really stared, and people hurt you. He said, you shook your head quickly like a scared little kitten. No, I'm fine. He stepped closer. You are lying. You flinched at the intensity, your big eyes widening. And Jung felt something twist inside him. You were terrified of him. It bothered him more than it should. He kneeled in front of you, so he was not towering over you. I won't hurt you, he said quietly. Your lips trembled. You already did by taking me away. Jung froze, your trembling voice pierced him deeper than any bullet. For the first time, regret flickered in his eyes. I don't hurt innocent people, he whispered. You hurt me anyway. That moment changed something between you. He stood abruptly tense. Dinner is ready, come inside. But you didn't stand, your legs were numb from sitting too long. When you tried to get up, you stumbled, falling forward with a small cry. Before you hit the ground, strong arms caught you. Jungkook, he held your waist tightly, your face inches from his chest. Your cheeks flushed, breath hitching. You had never been held by a man like this. Jung stared down at you, eyes darkening with an emotion he didn't want to acknowledge. You're so fragile, he muttered. You whispered. Sorry for what he ground? For troubling you. He skipped that and stopped apologizing for existing. Your eyes widened. His voice was no longer cold. It was possessive, protective, and dangerously soft. He helped you stand and held your hands longer than necessary, like he didn't want to let go. Dad Najong saw you wandering the hallway holding a small plush teddy. Why are you awake? He asked from behind you, jump, eyes wide. Sorry, I was 30. I was thirsty. He frowned at your daddy. You will sleep with twice? You nodded timidly, his clenched eyes softening. You're really just a kid compared to wolves like us. You lowered your head, embarrassed. I'm not a kid. He stepped closer, lifting your chin gently with his gloved fingers. No, he whispered, eyes burning into yours. You are innocence in a world full of monsters. Your breath caught, your heart raced, and Jung felt it, felt the power he had over your delicate little soul for the first time. It thrilled him. He let go suddenly, backing away like you were dangerous. Go to sleep, Ryan. He turned around quickly, but not quickly enough to hide the way his ears turned red. Something was changing, something neither of you were ready for. The mansion felt different after that night. Jung was not just a cold shadow stalking the hallways anymore. He began appearing everywhere. You went silently, subtly, but always choose. You noticed him watching you with a softened intensity, like he was trying to understand you, or maybe understand himself. Morning changes everything. You woke up earlier than usual. Hair messy, wearing your soft pink pajamas with teeny cartoons bunnies on them. Childish, cute, the opposite of mafia glamour. You entered the dining room quietly, only to see Zhang was already there. He raised an eyebrow slowly as his eyes scanned you from head to toe. Your cheeks heated instantly. Sorry, I thought no one was here. I will go and change. He stood abruptly, his chair scraping the marble floor. Sit. But I said sit, Vine. His voice was not cold, it was deep, possessive, almost gentle. You sat down. Jaggu walked over and, without a word, took the jug of milk and poured it into your cup. He placed toast on your plate, even as a strawberry. You blinked up at him, confused. You don't have to do that. I know, he said quietly, but I want to. Your breath hissed. Mafia King John was serving your breakfast. His fingers pressed yours. When he handed you the plate and he was staring at your teeny hand under his own big, tattooed one, he didn't move, didn't breathe. You pulled your hand away shyly and Jungkook entered. And Jungkook exhaled sharply like he was annoyed with himself. Thank you, you whispered. He sat next to you, not across like before, closer than necessary. Close enough that his knee brushed yours. He pretended to read something on his phone, but his eyes kept flickering to you every time you took a bite, every time you tucked your hair behind your ear, every time you nervously avoided his gaze. He was falling, and he knew it. The first time he protected you softly later that afternoon. You were walking in the garden when the gardener accidentally dropped a pot near your feet. The sharp crash made you squeak and step back too quickly, twisting your ankle. Oh! Before you could fall, strong arms wrapped around you again. Jungkook, careful, baby, he muttered, voice low with worry. You froze, baby? He blinked once, realizing what he said. His jaw clenched. He looked away. Slip of tongue, he muttered. Don't think about it. But you did. Your cheeks burned. He knelt in front of you, carefully lifting your foot onto his thigh. Tell me if it hurts. Your heart hammered as his warm hands held your ankle, massaging gently. Jungkook, he looked up at you. You looked down at him. For a moment, you forget he made you for revenge. He examined your ankle like it was the most precious thing in the world. You are too delicate, he whispered. The world can't touch you. Your breath trembled. You sound like you care. He still. Then he rose to his feet, towering over you. I do. Your lips parted. You care for me? Jungkook didn't step back. Didn't Danny? He just stared at you like you were something dangerous. He couldn't resist. I didn't want to, he whispered, but I do. Your heart skipped a beat, hard enough to hurt. That night you stood in front of the mirror brushing your hair after a shower. You wore a so wide night dress that reached your knees, innocent, simple, unintentionally tempting. You didn't notice Jungkook standing at the door watching you. He breathed at the sight, the way your damp hair fell down your shoulder, the way you hummed softly to yourself. His voice broke the silence. You look different. You gasped and turned, clutching your brush like a weapon. Jungkook, you scared me. Sorry, he stepped closer. Can I come in? You nodded nervously. He walked inside slowly, eyes never leaving you. You didn't eat dinner, he said quietly. I was not hungry. You have to take care of yourself. He replied, voice low but firm. I will do it if you don't. You blinked. He will take care of me. He took the brush from your hand gently. Turn around, your eyes widen. Why? I will brush your hair. Your chest tightened. Was this real? He waited patiently, gaze softening. Slowly you turned. Jagu stood behind you close enough that you felt his warm breath on your shoulder. He brushed your hair gently. Every stroke made your heart beat louder. You are too soft for this world, he murmured. I don't know how to handle someone like you. You swallowed. You are doing fine. He paused. Do you really think so? You nodded. His hand slid down your head, then your shoulder, then stopped at your arm. Ryan, he whispered, can I tell you something? Yes, I don't want to fall for you. Your bed caught, but I did. He turned you around slowly. His fingers under your chin, your face inches apart, you whispered. Jungkook, he cupped your cheek with one hand, the other rested on your waist, pulling you closer. I hated you at first, he confessed softly, because you were the prize for someone else better. Your eyes burned with tears, but now he brushed your lower lip. I can't imagine a day without you. Your chest tightened painfully. You are not a punishment anymore, Ryan. He lowered his forehead to yours. You are my peace. You trembled under his touch. Your hands moved on their own, gripping the front of his shirt tightly. Jungkook inhaled sharply. Say something, he whispered. Anything. I I care for you too, you whispered shakily. His eyes darkened with emotion, relief, longing, tenderness. He leaned in slowly, giving you time to pull away, but you didn't. Your toes curled, your breath soft, your heart loud, and then his lips touched yours. So firm, slow, not hungry and not demanding. Just pure, deep, etching affection. You melted instantly, fingers clutching his shirt as he kissed you again, deeper, longer, emotion pouring into the moment he had been fighting for days. When he finally pulled back, his forehead rested against yours. You are mine, he whispered, and am yours. If you will have me, you nodded, eyes glassy. I want you. Jungkook's smile was small but real, the first genuine smile you were seen. Then come here, he said softly, pulling you into his chest, and for the first time, you hugged him without fear. The peace after the storm, the ending. The next few days were gentle, warm, unexpectedly sweet. Jungkook didn't leave your side. He ate with you, walked with you in the garden, held your hand like he was afraid you would disappear. You laughed more, smiled more, opened your heart to him, and Jungkook, he protected you like you were the last good thing in his life. One evening he surprised you with a small room full of soft toys, fairy lights, and pastel blankets. What is this? You whispered in Abby, a place where you feel safe. He said softly, a place that's yours. My princess, you turned toward him. Why are you doing this? He took your hands because you healed a man who was broken, and because I love you, Vine, your heart skipped. You looked up at him, smiling softly. I love you too, Jungkook. He pulled you into his arms, lifting you gently and spinning you once as you squeaked shyly. Your laughter filled the room, and Jungkook buried his face in your neck and whispering, you are everything I never knew I needed. And for the first time, the Jion mansion was not cold anymore. It was home because you were loved, protective, cherished by the mafia king who once made you for revenge. But Alda falling hopelessly, deeply, irrevocably in love with you. The end.